So today we're going to talk about truck stop etiquette. Now, you constantly hear people complain about guys, and I've done it, guys parking in the fuel islands, taking their breaks, parking in the fuel islands or right around the fuel islands, parking in areas where, you come in there at 2 o'clock in the morning and there's one spot you can't get backed into because they're parked three deep right across from it in a no parking zone. Quite honestly, I think the truck stops need to do a little better about sending people out to wake these guys up and tell them to move. I mean, that's all there is to it. But there's other things that drivers need to be doing in a truck stop that you see a lot of them don't do anymore. And if you pay attention, you'll see the older drivers or guys that were trained the right way, what they do compared to these newer drivers and what they're not doing. So I'm going to give you a couple examples. One, I understand, before I go into this, I understand that a lot of these trucks these days have daytime running lights. So even if your lights are off, if the truck's running, there's some type of light on the front, on the headlight. Okay. But that being said, you pull in a truck stop and you're going to get ready and park for the evening. Turn your damn bright lights off. You get ready to go to backing up, or if you're in the middle of the aisle and someone else is backing up, turn your bright lights off, man. That guy's trying to back up, and your light's hitting it the right way. You're just making it harder on them because they can't, the reflection hitting in the mirror, hitting them in the eye. I mean, it's a pain in the butt. So turn those off. When you are backing up, turn your four ways on, or if you're going to, you got a line of trucks behind you, pull up in front of the spot, throw your four ways on. That way people know, hey man, he's going to back up or something. We can go around him. You don't need 5-10 trucks waiting on you to back up, especially when you can't back up. You're horrible at it. You take forever. Man, get the hell out of the way. Let us get by you. Now, another thing that has been a big thing for years, but you see it more around these truck stops that are anywhere close to a cold storage warehouse or any kind of big distribution center, and there's only one or two little truck stops, or one big one, one little one, whatever. There's not an abundance of parking, so to speak. Is you'll see 100 bobtails from the same company or the same 2 or 3 companies taking up every damn spot in a truck stop. Bobtails, one per, and okay, I get it, but tell me why you guys can't park 2 in a spot. Eat the whole spot, leaving a spot open for another guy. But no, they take up all the room. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm sitting at a Love's in Liberal, Kansas. Now, National Carriers is based out of here. They have a yard not 2 miles from where I'm sitting. And there's I don't remember the company, but there's a cold storage warehouse over here, a distribution center or something like that. And they're the 2 biggest people pulling out of there is National Carriers and Stevens Transport. And then obviously you got all the other ones. Oh, and Hirschbach. I think that's how it's said. But anyways, so you got those 3 big ones. And then, you got CR England that runs in and out of there. You got SOAR Transportation. And there's some other ones, some smaller guys. JFI, Johnson Feed Incorporated. But I'm sitting here. If you've ever been in this Love's, you kind of come in, you go past some parking, go around to the fuel island. Well, behind that first set of parking is another little lot for parking. And I'm parked back here, kind of on the corner in that little back parking lot. And I mean, there's what? I think you can put 24 trucks back here. I think there's 12 spots on each side. And out of all those, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Half of them, 12 of them. There's 12 spots back here that have one bobtail in them. And right across from me, there's 3 of them side by side, every one of them. All 3 of them, Stevens Transport. And tell me why them guys can't double up. And a guy up here from freaking Fry Miller, you know, bobtail by himself. Show a little etiquette, man. A little respect, a little courtesy. Double up in the spot. That way there's an empty spot for a guy with a trailer. You know, he's not delivering over there. He's like me. You know, he might be pulling a flatbed or a bulk pneumatic or, you know, something that's not going over there. He's just looking for a spot to sleep because his day's over. But he can't come in here and sleep because the bobtails are parked everywhere. Like I said, National Carrier got a damn yard right up the street. I don't understand why these guys ain't just parked up there at their yard. You know, get out of the truck stop, man. Your yard's right next to that distribution center. This place is further from it, so I don't understand why you're taking up all the space. And then if you are a single bobtail and you are parked in a spot, back up to the back of the spot. Don't be up front. You know, especially in this is a little tight truck stop, man. It can be kind of a pain in the butt to get backed into a spot in here. And you're nosed all the way up right up front, you know, because, oh, I got an automatic Kenworth. Oh, man, I got to let everyone see my stuff. You're not special, man. Back up. Give the guy a little bit of room. That way, you know, he ain't got to try to jackknife it in or be all tight and worried about hitting anything. If you're towards the back, he's got more room, less likely to hit you. So, you know, guys, show a little common courtesy, you know, some common sense. Every one of these guys that are doing this, I'll guarantee, unless they just started driving, have pulled into a truck stop late at night, had their you know, still hooked up to their trailer, looking for a spot to go to bed, and there's a bobtail parked in the one spot that probably should be open because the bobtail didn't want to park somewhere else. 99% of truck stops, if you're bobtail, do not care if you park up by the gas pumps. You know, as long as you're not blocking anything, you know. And most of the truck stops have RV parking up by the gas pumps. They don't want the RVs in the back. It's truck parking. Park your damn bobtail up there, man. It just, little things, man, like that just irritate me. I don't know why I let it get under my skin. It's not like it's going to change, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. There are things that are going on in our industry that we, as professional truck drivers, as guys that do this and still we have the common sense, we have the courtesy, we have, you know, the years of experience. The longer we keep our mouth shut and not say anything to guys, you know, it's just the worst it's going to get. I was talking to the guy next to me. He's in a bobtail. I said, hey man, let me ask you something. I said, why don't you guys ever double up? He goes, well, what if I'm parked in the back and I got to get out? Well, I mean, if you guys work for the same company, why don't you ask him, hey, what time's your appointment? Oh, yours is at 3 a.m. Well, mine's at 2. Why don't you let me park up front? That way at 2 a.m. I ain't got to come wake you up so I can get out. And he just looked at me like I was stupid. Makes sense to me, people. But anyways, guys, you know, I did a video the other day, and I'm going to say it again, man. The industry's kind of right now, and it's going to stay that way for a little bit. It's putting a hurting on everyone, me included. Miles-wise, you know, normally over a weekend I'm used to running, you know, 14, 15, 1,600 mile load. This weekend, you know, I'm doing, with including the deadhead, only came out to 775 miles. So I mean, seriously, you know, don't balk at loads, man. the guy that was next to me loaded out of the same place, and he bitched about the load, and was bitching about, because we didn't reload yesterday. We set all day to reload today, and he was bitching about that. So instead of getting something a little longer, he literally come out of where we was going, just going up to Des Moines. It was like a 400-mile run for the weekend, and he lives in Georgia. So, sometimes best just bite your tongue, but and take what they got. But guys, be safe out there. Remember, it's a challenging industry anyways. It's more challenging right now. Do what you can to save the money you can, and just be safe out there and be nice, man. Everyone's under a lot of stress, so let's not push anyone over the edge. Be safe.